Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am doing just fine. It is Monday, May the 24th. Kids will be out of school in a few days. Can you believe it? Summer's already here, and it's almost half a year has gone by. I mean, in June it'll be the 6th month. Can you believe it? Time goes by so quickly. It's just kind of scary, isn't it? How fast things are moving along. Um, I hope y'all are having good weather. We've had so much rain here. It has rained every day for a week. It rained all this morning. It has cleared up right now, but we're probably going to get some more rain pretty quick here. Still a lot of clouds out. Sun's peeking out a little bit, but and it's really humid. So I've got the air conditioner on. I'm going to end up paying some expensive electric bills pretty quick here. I can tell because it's getting really hot. But I wanted to do a reading on the fear of growing old. Those those milestones that we approach, like when you're turning 40, turning 30, turning 50, 60, all these milestones that we approach. And sometimes it's a big deal for some of us, not for everybody, but for some of us. We go through a challenging time. I know when I turned 30, it was very challenging for me. It sounds crazy now. Looking back, I can say, what was wrong with me? But there's something that you really can't control at the time. It's an experience that you're going through. And for me, I would look in the mirror and I would have this gut wrenching feeling. I would feel like, oh my gosh, what is my life for? What am I here for? I had all these questions all the time. Now, I don't know if everybody goes through that. That's what I went through. I didn't feel really like old because I was only 30. I didn't look old. So I wasn't really concerned with looking old, but I had this awareness that there was another purpose in my life, and it took a while to get to the point that I am at now. And I know what I'm supposed to be doing, thank goodness. But it took a while. I had to go through a lot of experiences in my life to get where I'm at today. But I would just look in the mirror and say, I would have, when you feel like something bad is about to happen, that's how it was for me. I don't, so if you guys are going through that too, that's something I feel like that's normal. Um, but I felt like something bad is about to happen. As a matter of fact, something bad did happen around that time also. My husband had a big heart attack. So he was in his early 40s. He's a little bit older than me, and he had a big heart attack. That was his the start of all his heart disease and all the trouble that he's had. And he got 3 stents. All the surgeons wanted to open his chest and do open heart surgery, back then. And he was such a young man. And this one doctor that worked there at Herman Hospital in Houston told him, I can put some stents in your heart and we won't have to open your chest. And we can use that as a last resort when you get older down the road. And that's exactly what's happened. My husband has, I think, like 7 stents in his heart now. And so he's had procedure after procedure after procedure. And then this last time, he turned 70 last year. Right before his 70th birthday, he had that quadruple bypass surgery. So they kept him going for a long time now. So that was maybe I was feeling that. Maybe that was coming. That maybe that was looming and I was feeling that. I don't know. I'm just looking back and thinking, kind of putting it together now. But, you know, no matter what, it's the fear of growing old. Whether you see your spouse growing old or yourself growing old, there's a lot of fear that goes in with that. And you see a lot of women nowadays. They're turning 30 or 40, and they're like, I got to go get some Botox and some filler. if you know, if it's in your budget, if you can afford that, a lot of women like to do that. I think men are doing that too now. If you can't, then you're just going and getting some skin tightening creams, firming creams, and slathering that on because nobody wants to get old. We're all so worried about what's going on the outside, and we're not really concerned what's going on in the inside. And we really should be more concerned about the inside than the outside. Um, and for men, a lot of times, it's so acceptable for a man to grow old when he gets, a little bit of gray hair and some wrinkles. He just looks, more distinguished. They get a pass. So when men, I don't know, you always hear about men, they go buy a little sports car, a little red Mercedes or Corvette or something like that, and they kind of that's how they deal with their growing old, fear of growing old. Midlife crisis. I had a midlife crisis at 30. How funny. But really, what's needed is a spiritual accounting, you know, or a life review to see if we're on the right path. That would make us feel so much better just to, you know, be more introspective. And if we could do that, then we wouldn't be so concerned about the outside. Um, we all need to reach for joy. That's what we're here. We're here to experience a life filled with joy. So no, that a lot of people think that means, oh, well, then I need to get a divorce because I am not happy with my husband or I'm not happy with my wife. I cannot live a joyful life with this person anymore. You know, that's not what it means. Okay. It means you should evaluate your behavior, not judge others. And both men and women, they have affairs because they don't feel validated, they don't feel loved, they don't feel important. But the number one thing is that you should love and value yourself. You know, if you don't love yourself, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, how can you expect anybody else to love you? You have to give yourself that importance, and you have to do that from the very beginning. I think that's really, really important. You want to be and feel loved, so you demonstrate it to yourself, right? How do I feel loved? I love myself. When I make myself feel loved, then I can feel love from everywhere. You know what I mean? And you'll attract more of the same. It's like you're telling yourself, I'm worthy of love. The kindness and love that you show others will also come back to you. And that's what I'm saying. The more that you put out in the universe, the more it comes back. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you're just like asking yourself, like I did, why am I here? What's my purpose? What's this life for? When you're doing that, you might, instead of feeling fearful about it, go inside and figure it out. Just try to figure that out. So let's take a look at the tarot cards and see what spirit has to say. I already pulled them, I shuffled them, got them ready, turned on the camera so that I could just start talking. That's what I like to do. I'd like to just rather talk and rattle on other than shuffle cards. To me, it's distracting. I'd get distracted from shuffling, and I want to stay on topic here. So let's take a look and see what spirit has to say. The first card is, I just did a little mini Celtic cross on here. Ace of Swords. Okay, that's the first card. Life is a series of opportunities to learn, grow, move forward, experience this life. It's a wonderful life. It really is. We keep coming here time and time again because it is such a wonderful place to be. It really is. Um, if you think about it, if you're a spirit and you want to get back into a body, you want to feel touch, you want to feel loved, you want to feel warmth, cool, you want to have all those sensations, you want to eat food, you want to experience life. This is a different experience here. It's sensational because it has these different senses that you don't have as a spirit. Um, but that being said, there are challenges, and we need to be up for the challenge. And being up for the challenge and to see clearly um, what we want our life to be like, and to be able to move past the hurts and live in the present. Okay. So that's what this is about. This is an experience, an opportunity. Okay. And it is wonderful. It really is. You wonder why we keep coming back here. Crossing over that card is the Queen of Wands. The challenge is to live each day, you know, living a joyful experience, reaching for joy, creating joy. That's what this is about, creation, right? Creating. Um, so you can see the cup half empty, or you can choose to see it half full. You have the power and you have the choice. So you can make this experience much, much better than it's been. And you can make it, it's up to you. It's how much effort, how much creation you put into it. Okay. All right, this is a past position. This is the Hanged Man. So you've been waiting around for things to change, right? So you're going through life, you're experiencing life, you're like, well, tomorrow I'm going to start eating healthy, right? Or I'll go see my mom next weekend. Or one day I'd like to take a dance class or a cooking class or a painting class, or tomorrow I'll tell my husband I'm sorry for saying that, or I'm sorry for behaving like that. You know what I mean? I'm sorry I was grumpy. I'll do it tomorrow. But then tomorrow never comes. And then you're you're reaching one of those milestone ages. You're turning 30, 40, 50, whatever it is, and that those things that you've neglected, and your hopes, dreams, and desires, the neglected things that you haven't done for yourself and for others, it kind of leads to depression, panic attacks, and regrets, So let's not have any of those. Let's not hang around anymore. Let's get busy and act. We've been waiting around long enough. Let's not have any regrets. I think that's the guidance. Oh, yeah. So, overlooking the situation, that's exactly what the guidance is. This is the Nine of Cups. Um, so, the guidance is to be proud, to be grateful for all that you've already accomplished in your life. Believe me, even if you think you haven't accomplished much, if you really go down the list and think of all the things you've accomplished, it would be intense. It would be huge. You could just keep going and going. You could fill up a whole notebook of things that you've accomplished in your life. So there's so much for you to be proud and grateful for already. So when you look in the mirror, before those old thoughts creep back into your mind, about um, why am I here? What is this for? I have wrinkles, I'm getting old, I'm getting fat, all these things that you look at when you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking negative thoughts. Turn those thoughts around to gratefulness. You can easily do that. Every time you start sliding back into having negative thoughts, turn it around. Turn it around. You're about to brush your teeth and you look at yourself and you go, "Oh my God, my cheeks are getting so fat." Well, you can look at the toothbrush and go, "I'm so grateful I got a toothbrush to clean my teeth with. I got some good toothpaste too. I am so grateful that I can have a nice, shiny smile. I'm so grateful." So you can start turning things around right away. There's so many things to be grateful for, from the very simplest, mundane things to I'm so grateful I have my children. I'm so grateful I had a good night's sleep. There's so many things to be grateful for that we just don't give any credit to. There's so many things in our life. There's so much joy. I'm so grateful that I can smell, the toast in the toaster cooking in the morning and have delicious butter on my toast, my coffee. I love my coffee in the morning. I'm so grateful to have a cup of coffee. There's so many little mundane things that we can be grateful for. And when we get into that gratefulness mode, you know, it will replace uh, that reoccurring fearful thought that's going on in your mind. That fearful, uh, it'll replace those thoughts. And the universe will reward you and bring you more to be grateful for. So this is how the energy works. You put it out there and it comes back to you. You put it out there and it comes back to you. That's why people get into these these bad experiences where it feels like everything's going bad all the time because they expect it to. They're putting it out there, and I know I'm dumbing it down. It's not that simple, and it's hard to get out of it, but you can do it. You can turn it around, and you don't have to live with fearfulness. And it's so funny that the foundation of this whole situation that we're talking about, of being, fearful of growing old, is the death card. How funny is that that came out? So, the death card represents transformation and change. So we're really afraid of change. We're afraid of getting old. We're afraid of looking different. We're afraid of getting a few wrinkles. We're afraid of putting on, a few pounds of, having a love handle or pot belly, or just being different than we were when we were 20. And also, yes, this does represent, at this time, I would say this represents death. If I was doing a reading, I wouldn't tell somebody this is the death card, you're going to die, or anything like that. But this, in this situation, this represents death. Uh, and death is just transferring our energy from the body. Um, we escape the body, right? This is our temporary housing, and we go back to the other side. So we're actually here just having an experience, going through our lessons, learning, and this is this is just the foundation of the situation. So transformation, that's just the things that we are afraid of. Not that we should be afraid of them, but that's just basically we're afraid of the unknown. That's what the death card is. It's unknown. We don't know, what's going to happen next. Is my teeth going to fall out? You know what I mean? We don't know. Am I going to gain 100 pounds? Or am I going to be able to control myself? What's going on here? All right. This is the last card that I pulled. This is the Page of Cups. The entire experience of life is a gift filled with love. Okay, so that's how you have to look at it. So if you're able to grow old, what a wonderful gift that is. So embrace it. That is your gift. Growing old is your gift. The older people, uh, most of the time, older people get ahead of the lines. They experience kindness, compassion, most of the time, and respect. So that's all the things that we want in our lives. We want love, kindness, compassion, respect. We want to get to the front of the line, and that's what this is about. So, we go through all our lessons and learning and all our milestones, our challenges. It's an incredible, exciting adventure. That's how you have to look at life. Not to be fearful of it. It's an adventure. It's a gift. It really is. You know, think about it also like this. You decided to come here and live this life to awaken to all the nuances of this spectacular life. So enjoy it to the fullest. Follow your passion. Release the fear of growing old. Be grateful for whatever age you're turning, may it be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever it is, or anything in between, and live in a state of grace. Okay? Live in a state of grace. That's the guidance from Spirit today. All right, guys. I know this is a little different than what I've been doing. I have a lot of different topics I want to do readings on and talk about. I woke up super early in the morning, and that's when Spirit really plants all these ideas in my mind. I think, I've been talking to Spirit all night, and then I wake up with all these ideas. So I have a whole bunch of ideas here what I'm, want to do readings about and talk about. And um, it's not politics anymore. Things are shifting a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoy these topics and enjoy a different perspective on things. I feel like when we put our focus on something that's negative, we only make it grow. So I don't want to do that. I don't want our politics to go sideways again. I don't want another Trump to come along. I don't want to give any more gas or fuel to, you know, the GOP and the things that they're doing. So don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't care. I do care, but I want to take our focus on things that are important, that have meaning in our life. I know, of course, politics do have meaning in our life, but I want to really try to focus on positive, you know. And a lot of things that we hear in politics is negative. So I'm trying to get a little bit away from that. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you'd like to get a reading with me, just look down below and I'll leave my email address. If you like my channel, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. Okay, guys, do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. And be grateful for all the blessings in your life. Love you guys. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.